Hey, what's going on everybody? This is the VG Pierce. I'll be coming at you with the gameplay review of Last Stream World Unknown, and it's going to be developed by the people of White Giant RPG Studios. And so this is a vast role-playing game where you'll be able to journey across wondrous forests and mountains and explore hidden side quests, experience exciting storylines, and solve a few mind-boggling puzzles along the way. And definitely guys, if you're looking for something that'll incorporate the best features of a classic RPG, replayability and immersion into a vibrant world, this might be just what you're looking for right here. We're going to jump into a new game, but definitely the best thing about this game is that you'll be able to experience a non-linear RPG where the decisions you make will matter and affect the rest of the world. You'll be able to take down a village and destroy it for maybe ocean access, or hey, maybe just go and earn 500,000 and go and buy your own ship and avoid all that mess, right? Oh boy, the decisions we have to make, right? And right here, as you can see, you get to choose between 8 distinct and different classes. And the nice thing as well is that you'll be able to kind of customize the colors right off the bat. You'll be able to get more colors as you play later on, but first you can choose between quite a few nice colors that you can customize your guys with. Also, the nice thing about playing these different classes is that they'll all have their own little side quests that you should be able to do. Up to 24 optional class specific side quests that you could do. And I'm not exactly sure what they all do, but definitely I'm sure that it will augment your character and make them different in some sort of fashion. So let's go ahead and just go and choose this frontliner right there. And right there he's named Knight, but you can just name him to whatever you like. And we're just gonna go ahead and name him after myself, VG Pierced. And there's no space or anything like that, but that's okay. We're just gonna go and put it without the space. Everybody knows who I am, right? VG Pierced. And we're gonna go with the big dark red suit. I love that. And we press OK. Now we can get another character. The nice thing here is that we'll be able to choose what we'd like him to be. Can we make him more HP, more attack, more defense? But definitely for the knight, you want him to have lots of HP and defense, right, and attack. And the monk here, you can go and do page down there, but he does these nice little special skills, Fist of Fury, and doesn't have much defense but loads of HP. And the thief, definitely need this guy if you really want to get far and have loads of money to begin with. And hunter, they can tame moas that suspiciously look a little bit like Final Fantasy chocobos. But definitely, if you want to have a little bit of an easier time in the overworld, and I definitely kind of don't recommend going for the hunter in the first playthrough, because with him taming the moas, then you'll be able to allow faster travel and safer travel on the world map, and probably in the first go around you really want to grind your way up. Grey Mage is going to be the best of both worlds, and also going to be a nice little frontliner that you can have as well. So definitely, if you're not going to go with the Grey Mage, then possibly you should go for the Knight, and then quite possibly go for the Thief here. I'm going to go for the Thief. And we're just going to name him, I don't know what to name him here. Let's just go for a easy name like Thesis. I don't know. that's the first thing that popped in my mind when I saw it. We can change his color. We'll make him nice big golden yellow there. And then let's go ahead and get my engineer. The nice thing about him is that he does have things that will affect the bombs and increase experience gain during battle. This is going to be nice. And he can wield bows and daggers and wear light armor. But really the best thing about him is that he can use these tunnels for shortcuts, and they can provide some nice hidden treasures throughout. And hey, I love having loads of different treasures. Let's go ahead and grab him up. Engineer, let's go ahead and name him a famous Final Fantasy character, Sid. Let's do it. And then let's go ahead and name, oh look at this, kind of like Santa Claus right there, let's just make him kind of pink with the grayish white. We'll take that. And then last but not least, we can make this a Grey Mage, and he could be a good frontliner, but for right now I just kind of want to show you everything. So let's go ahead and get the Kind of the white mage might be a good idea. Seeing my party might be a good idea. Let's go ahead and get her going. White mage. And then we will name her something with a W. Let's go with Whitney. Let's do that. Whitney, you're with me. You're in my party now. There we go, Whitney. And she doesn't need to wear white. She could wear kind of this bluish. That might actually be good. A green? Now let's go with the blue. I like that. And as you can see there, already my party is looking quite lethal. And here's also going to be another nice thing as well. Earlier in the last stream, and this is going to be the not expansion, but this is going to be the sequel to the last cult hit last stream. And the nice thing here is that you'll be able to choose the difficulty. I mean, before it kind of spiked a little bit and you're like, ah, but now you can just go and make it normal. Encounter rate, you can make it a grindy mess or just a rare thing to where you can kind of just explore the storyline. And possibly if you were going to do that, then put it on very easy and then put it on very rare, then you'll be able to just experience everything, I guess. And designated or no dungeons, make it anywhere. So you can make it as hard or as delightful as you like. But I'm just going to go for the normal, standard, and designated. And we can view the cutscenes and all the stuff you can turn on and off a little bit later on. No need to play the tutorial because, hey, I'm a pretty good player of role-playing games in general. So when you first start out, you kind of find yourself into this world of Firma, and this person kind of found you, and now you're like, what? Now you get to explore everywhere around, and this is definitely just like a classic RPG. So you can go ahead and start off and fix all of the attributes to begin with, and afterwards you can't do it. But this is going to be my knight right here, and I believe, I'm not exactly sure if I can go to another person on my team, but here we can make it to where I can start off with a little bit more HP or more attack, and mana points is still going to be useful for the knights because every skill that they do is mana dependent, which is kind of good and bad. The good thing about that is that you can only do special things so often, but that will mean that you'll end up just spamming boring attack loads more times than not, and that's not necessarily a good thing. But I kind of wish that, sure, maybe the spellcasters, they're kind of limited by mana, but the knights and things like that isn't. But it still works out in a way. Let's go ahead and done. We'll be finished recalibrating. And there we go. Now we can just explore around this area, and if we so find, we can find items everywhere. So you can read up on the world of Firma that you had just landed on, but we're not here to read, we're here to play. Okay, and as you see here, this is still going to be a early version of this game, and right now there's a little bit of a screen tearing, and I'm not exactly sure why at the moment, but I'm pretty sure they'll have that cleaned up a little bit later on. Let's go ahead and get out of here. And I am going to be playing a bit of a beta version right here. So you go into my settings right there, and there you go. VG Purist, there's Thesis right there, and Sid and Whitney all ready to rock. And I will be finding a whole bunch of items a little bit later on. But definitely, as you can see, I am going to be level 60 already and having loads of HP. So you can kind of see a nice little experience on this little bit of a preview before this game comes out in just a few weeks. Check out the bestiary whenever you go and fight anything, then they'll end up there, battle macros for you, so that you can just press one button and go. You can assign the rows, as you can see there, back, middle, and front. And already I do have all the necessary equipment, so let's just go ahead and jump into a fight. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Now I see here, I can roam around. There are going to be little secret areas there. Look at that chest here to find for your perusal. As you can see, there's a chest right down there. Hey, I want to get to it. Let's go ahead and do that. Talk to everybody, and perhaps they will give you stuff, or maybe they won't give you things. I can get new items if I want, but at this point, I'm not really too worried about it, at this point because, like I said, this is a nice little preview version that I have here, and I'm a little bit hooked up at the moment. So the point is I need to go into the Mercenary Guild and sign up with them and then maybe go do some battles. But here, as you can see, I'm going to go over here, and I believe that this is going to... Here, take the recipe. So you can make recipes, and there's the Jinxing Knife recipe, and as you can see, talking to people is quite fortuitous. And then, no, you gotta trade me 1,000 gold for the map, because he doesn't know how to read it. So sure, I'll pay for it. And then the nice thing here is that, okay, I got the treasure chest map, or the treasure map, not treasure chest, but treasure map. And then you can go into the maps here, and then I see here, buried treasure, boom, there you go. You can go to that area and then dig it out, I guess, or find whatever it is. Here's going to be the overworld view, and I can change the zoom, and there you go. This is going to be the whole world right there. Plenty of places to go and take a look at. Oh man, there's so much to explore. I'm not even going to be ready for all the hours that it's going to take to really dive into and get into the real meat of this game, but I'm just excited just jumping in here and being able to play all the different little characters they have to explore with. So let's go ahead and jump into the Adventurers Guild without further ado, and then let's get into a couple of fights here just for you guys to experience. But definitely if you played any classic RPGs, then you'll know exactly what you'll be in for already. Let's go ahead and jump in there. That's exactly where they want you to go. Like I said though, there are going to be a bunch of secrets everywhere, but we're not going to bog ourselves down at the moment. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy. So we joined our Mercs Guild. Yes, I would like to join the Mercs Guild, and then after that, let's go ahead and talk to the treasurer in the pub. And the pub is over here. Let's go ahead and get to the person, the guild treasurer. Alright, and tells you all about, will you pay the event entry fee? Sure, why not? There we go, and now I'm in the Mercs Guild. And so now let's go ahead and fight. There we go. Oh, this is the wrong area, but let's go ahead and open up that treasure chest. Ruse powder. And right now it's kind of missing someone. Usually if I talk to everybody, then this will be filled up with a guy, and that's gonna be one of the things I could change in the world. I could talk to this guy and be like, no, you're a loser and you don't deserve anything else, and and you don't deserve to be in the Mercs Guild. And or you could talk him into joining the Mercs Guild, and then he'll be there. Rookie members, I've unlocked the gate for you. Alright, great. Thanks. Oh, here's the lure ring, so I can go and get the monsters to come to me, and then I can just battle it out. So here I'm going to move around, but hey, what's that? Little hole right there. Let's go ahead and jump into the tunnel, and boom, there you go. That's because I have the beautiful engineer in there, currently called the physicist, but at the moment, he is the reason why I'm able to get through. And there you go. Right here, I'm called a Dark Knight, Ninja, Physicist, and the Priestess. But like I said, there is going to be a bunch of optional side quests for each one of the classes, and so you can kind of change that up a little bit. So definitely not just into one role. Alright, let's go ahead and get into a fight. Mutated slime emerged. Let's go ahead and fight him out. So here's the nice thing here. I am going to be a Dark Knight, and these are going to be the things associated here with a level 60 Dark Knight. So I can destroy armor, do some zeal, attack all enemies with 75% damage, and then it does a minus 10% defensive status, which is pretty nice. And then here, my thief here, I can go and steal from all enemies, or I can do a healing steal. So I can heal my party and steal from one enemy, which is pretty hacks, I think. But let's go ahead and just do expert thief. Here, this is going to be my engineer, so I can just go and debate them, attack all enemies, and then have a 60% chance to confuse them as well. So there's going to be a bunch of things here that you can do, and do the attack and also try to inflict some kind of status effect on them, which is pretty nice. You can do intense study, 10% extra for the party XP, and if these guys were undead, then I can hit them with some pretty big white magic spells right there. But for right now, we're not going to worry about it. Let's go ahead and get blessed for one ally. I'm going to bless up our knight so that he can do some real damage. Who knows? He's gonna hit me for 1. Okay, so there we go. Expert Thief, Hyper Ward Tonic, Remedy, and the Antidote. So lots of nice free stuff there. Right there I tried to attack everybody, but that didn't work out. Ooh, hit me for 261, you bastard. There we go, blessed up. There we go, more experience for this fight coming up. I didn't really kill anything, but that's okay. Now I am pretty much well. And here you go, as you can see there, when I am choosing between one of the monsters, I can see immediately, hey, look how much HP he has and how many mana points he has left. So he's about to go down. Let's go ahead and do some throwing stars there. Let's just attack like normal there with the rest of the party and see how this is going to pan out for the rest of the mission there. Throwing stars, take him out. Oh, I got that little arachnid, but not that floating thing that's going to hit me with the toxic vapors. Oh my gosh, these more guys missing like crazy. And now we're actually going to be affected up. Let's go ahead and fight them up. And we're going to go and get the skill up. And then we'll do the Healing Steel. Oops. Not that one. Healing Steel on that one right there. We'll do no skill there. And then we can, you know what, let's just attack them. And then skill, let's go ahead and heal 4. Heal 300 HP for the entire party. Let's see here, fast heal. 150, but it's always for the first action. So that's a really nice thing to have there. But let's just heal everybody for 300 for now, unless he dies right away there. And boom, there you go. Just like that. Loads of things to find. And right there I'm actually suffering through a status ailment. Right there I'm a little bit beat up. But let's go ahead and get the skill up. We'll heal everybody up. Like that. And then let's go ahead and get the cures all status effects for party. Okay. There you go. Just like that. Panacea. It's a saver. Just like that, guys. And we can go in deeper for more difficult monsters. Merc Guild discovered in 7 GW. And then the stronger beasts are kept in the inner grotto to the south. So I can go a little bit more deeper. And the gate did unlock, so I'm ready. That's probably because I'm level 16. Those guys were just a little bit of a pushover. So let's go ahead and go over here. We'll get some treasure chests there, full magic pots, refreshing elixir, and some mining bombs. Great. Oh, I'm going to go into this Horn Behemoth and then a Rogue Boulder. And as you see, loads of funsies to be had. And as you can see, just what you expect from a classic role-playing game. Oh man, I can't wait for this to really come out and I can do all the nasty little things I want to do to these guys here. 1094 and the full HP stolen. 1500. Oh, hit me for 76. You're useless. Oh, look at that evade. Beautiful. Only hit for 2, but that's okay. We'll continue to press the attack here. Everybody, just go in and attack. And there you go, guys. There's going to be a deep storyline focus for this game. And all the events of the last dream and this will be the same universe. The nice thing too is that it will carry over the save from the last bit. And I think you'll be able to take over your characters from the last game if you had played last stream before. And that's going to be pretty cool. Alright, and then there we go. So all you can expect. Okay, let's go. Middle Grotto. And so here's going to be a mind-boggling puzzle that I've been talking about a little bit earlier. And they are going to have these scattered throughout the realms for you to figure out. And you can enter it in the switch combination if you knew it. But I don't exactly know it at the top of my head. So I can only assume that these buttons kind of messes with these spikes that are on the right. So there we go. You gotta kind of figure it out in a way. I guess they gotta kind of have to line up, and I guess if you kind of figure where you want it to go, then I guess not too difficult, and I guess it resets after a while. So let's go ahead and mess with this a little bit and see if I can solve this real quick. Looks like if I hit this red button, then the first one goes up and the middle one goes down, and then the third one doesn't exactly move. And then this green one makes the middle one go up 2, and then the right one up 1, like that. So I'm thinking here, if I move this one up like that, and then the red one pushes that one up, and that one, there we go. And just like that, I have solved the puzzles. Look at that, more ways than one to skin a cat in this game. And definitely, if you guys are interested. Last stream, World Unknown. This is going to be something to look out for in the coming. And here we go. My just rewards, ladies and gentlemen. So if you have enjoyed this review, please go ahead and check out my YouTube channel, VG Pierce. And if you like my videos, please hit that like button. And also, don't forget to subscribe. And hit that follow button. And hopefully, I'll see you guys next time. Let's get these guys right there. Oh, there's a whole bunch of them.